imagining that Thomas already got some info, maybe printed out some papers, handing it to Jean, who's on the couch, while I guess
What
I
what
can
did you print out exactly?
just the information about the more research papers about the temple.
For
Um,
that you might have to roll some academics and do some research to actually find
yeah,
it. You
okay.
might also need to have access to it too.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, you're at a home computer and it might not be available.
That means, well, he's not hacking. He has access to the only access he has to the
Right,
Gotham.
but if it's a real physical set of notes,
Oh, okay. So
Gene
what are you?
will sort of casually mention that you might have to go there in person.
Oh, uh, oh God. That means he has to sneak into Gotham University if he needs to.
Sneak in? But you're a distinguished professor.
True, but they have not
Smirks.
seen me in months. Uh,
Well, I'm sure few people might have some questions, but, well, it is close to midnight. Who's going to
yes.
stop you? You
True.
still have the
Well,
keys to your department anyway, right?
yeah, there might be something in the archives that I'm able to find from the for this for this temple.
Hmm.
Um,
What do you want to
so
bet they didn't change my keys in the last 5 years? He says, dangling his own.
I I'll you we can check it out. What is Monty doing? Is he just being bored?
What a cute puppy! Oh, he's
uh,
back to playing with the dog.
okay, as long as the puppy keeps him occupied, we should be fine, and hopefully this won't go without a hitch, right?
On the way out, Jean will look back at Monty. Be sure to take him for a walk in a few hours. Monty will just kind of brush him off.
Uh, just don't cause any trouble, please. Oh, we should take the books with us too, just in case, right?
Oh, yeah, that should be fine.
Okay.
Maybe we could even put them back.
Yeah. Well, I guess we're off to university. Grab some. We got some books. Um, the books I got from Yugi, and let's see if we can find more info there at the
Okay,
archives.
the two of you head to Gotham University. A
Yay!
nice its building is it is set up at the top of a building and has a plaza dedicated to itself on top, complete with a mansion-like set of departments. In the center, of course, is a nice, beautiful park. You even remember this park. Trees growing at the top of the building and everything.
Yeah, it's
It's
very
wonderful to
refreshing.
watch the sun rise from the top of this building.
I'm gonna miss that.
Oh, nothing's stopping you from seeing it one more time.
True, but we need to get our. We need to go. We need to get stuff before someone sees us because there's gonna be like a security guard or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
You could actually go ahead and roll some, let's do presence and stealth at only a -1, because you do look the part of the professor, you belong here, who's going to stop you?
Presence -1.
Yes, presence and stealth.
Let's see, 3. No stealth. I'm gonna spend the willpower for that, so that'll be 5. That'll be 4d10. Got it. Okay.
Hey, that's one
Road.
success. Nobody stops you or Jean as you march your way over to the archaeology department,
Yay.
heading downstairs and unlocking the door straight into their archives. it is now going to be an intelligence and academics roll, and it's going to take place at -5. It has been several years since you've actually been in here.
Hmm.
Jean in particular, it has been the things you were looking for have been rifled through and might be missing, and it is obscure and barely noted in the first place.
So 3, 7, 9. Okay. Spent the willpower on that too, so I only have 3 left. Okay.
Hey, that is still 2 successes. You were looking for information on the temple, weren't you?
Yeah.
It appears to have been a very old dig, sometime from maybe around the 1840s. Probably one of the first ever to take place, even. Or among them. Egyptology
Okay.
took off much later, but it's still very interesting because it seems like they did document quite a number of artifacts, that book included, which it happens to have possession of. It notes that a couple of different artifacts went to different places.
Ooh.
One of them was a jackal skull painted in red sand, which went to the Gotham Museum of Antiquities and Other Cultures, circa 1850. As far as you're aware from your mundane knowledge, that is a very old museum that was buried with the rest of Old Gotham. The other one, the strange orange gem identified as the Eye of Horus, went to a French museum, and reportedly has stayed there, at least as far as these notes take place.
Well, at least one of them is still here. Uh, any more information other than that? Or no?
What other information do you want to know?
Hmm. More about the spell's purpose, the one that required these 2 items, unless it's already been listed in the book and I don't have to just read it again.
That one is just in the book and is as it is.
Okay. I guess we just need to get the jackal head. I guess that's what he was looking for. He won't be able to find it unless we find it first.
What exactly are you proposing here?
Well, it's we know where the jackal skull is. Um, Hopefully he does not know this information. We do. So I propose that we get to there first.
But it's in
And,
Old Gotham. How are we going to get down there?
well, we don't have to go by ourselves. I guess we can ask them, or,
Safety in numbers at the very least. I'm more afraid of
or,
being lost. Ugh. Can you
oh,
imagine being trapped down in the sewers? How horrid.
yeah, that won't be good. Or maybe Monty might know how to get down there. Your sire seems to be very uh, knowledgeable about these things.
I'm not certain about that. I've never heard of him venturing down there. He's more
I
likely to tell me about the time he went boating in the middle of the night and almost capsized or something.
Hmm. Oh yeah, he did mention something about the Caribbean. At least
Oh
we
no,
only.
he was talking about a sports boat he stole.
Oh,
Oh,
I.
3 years ago now. That's a shame. I would have liked to have
Yeah,
had that.
I just don't know how you get wrapped into this mess. But hey, we got what we're searching for, unless you want to get something from your office that you have not seen for 5 years.
I wonder if they even cleared it out.
We can take a small look and leave.
Alright, the two of you will head to Gene's office and explore it for a short while. And you and Gene will sort of reminisce about the old days a little bit, as he points to a chalkboard that he hasn't cleaned off in 5 years, with notes that he was taking before and translations he was making. This and that, and you two have a nice good time.
Yay!
Let's shift over to Adam, because Adam does want to do a few things, and
Of
then we'll go
course.
to the dramatics. Adam, you are laying Greg to rest.
Oh my god, he died?
You take him home, you lay him down in bed and tell him to recover. And he wraps his arms around you and gives you a great big kiss. And is almost about to drag you down into the bed too, if not for a little bit of his own pain he's still working through, healed or not. You can see sort of the increased amount of affection and desperation in his eyes.
Oh.
You can tell that the blood bond has taken place. It has increased in ferocity. It is a part of him now for the next year.
I need to go and I'm going. I will be back.
I'll try to rest up. Be safe out there. And you head out for blood.
Yeah. Well, I'm still gonna play the Lost Tourist,
Okay.
but can I choose not to inflict the violent bites, but just take them by surprise and just
The violent bite would be anything where you aren't basically being friends and getting sort of a consensual kiss out of them or something here.
oh well.
You are basically working from the opposite angle.
Yeah. Now I'm going to try being friendly this time and try to seduce someone with my French accent. I don't know.
You pull
Going
up
to-
your leg and hold it out to the street, see who stops.
Maybe going to a club and just try to. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to, well, not the mystical, because I don't want Roger's shy to be here and see me.
But you go
Any
ahead and try
club
to
or
look for one in
bar.
your local area then.
Yeah,
Not
and
it.
I think I'm going to hunt for. How much hour do I have left?
How much what?
Much hour?
It is maybe about midnight for time.
Oh, well, I'm gonna hunt for 3 hours and try to
Okay.
take 2 vessels.
Let's go for a into streetwise check while you
Oh,
go bar to
fuck.
bar, trying to find which ones are in your area and which ones would be best for you.
I don't have anything in streetwise. Fuck. Oh no.
You kind of go place to place, trying to see if any of them kind of match your attitude. If any place would be nice to just kind of buckle down for a little while, sit down, and have some talks. Nobody seems to necessarily pay you much mind, and in fact, if you hear a few whispers of odd tourists taking advantage of people in the night to not
Oh,
go into
shit.
alleyways,
Mm,
and you kind of shuffle back, trying to avoid suspicion.
Yeah.
You could maybe throw willpower into this, can't you?
I don't have any willpower left.
Oh, oops.
It's been a rough few nights.
Oh dear. Well, you do go at least 3 hours without getting another
Oh,
fight.
wait, I didn't take my +2.
Oh, you have
I
a plus
didn't
2?
Yeah. Well, for hunting one hour's more than I need to, you know?
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Bonuses.
Come on. Oh, for fuck's sake.
You put in the time, but you just don't find any that really fit your brooding attitude.
Time to rampage.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna try to spend 1 more hours and just,
Go for one.
yeah, go for one and just try to be my stealthy self and just end down in anyone in dark alleyways or something like that.
So wait, are you trying to be your stuffy self and socialize, or are you going to go to a dark alley and ambush someone?
No, dark alley and ambush.
Okay then. Well, dexterity stealth.
Yeah.
Or were you going to go for, say, presence subterfuge?
Can I try manipulation? Because I
Oh,
trying
yes,
to-
of course. You're trying to
Yeah.
trick people into these alleyways.
Yeah.
Do it at a -1 for right now.
Oh no.
The threat is new and real. But after a while, it'll eventually settle down. It'll be the local myth.
Legend of the Frenchman. Phew.
And you do get one more person who maybe hasn't quite heard of it yet to walk
Well.
straight into your trap.
I'm gonna take 4 VT.
He is holding out his wallet and going, "Here, take anything you need, please." And of course, you take your 4 vitae instead.
Yeah.
All right. And then we are off to Jack and Sarah, heading to Freedom Hills Cemetery.
Well,
Wait,
no, first we're gonna... Ooh. Actually,
I was about to say, I thought we were going to the docks.
I
you?
mean, he didn't seem like he was willing to go, but...
You did hang up on to him before he could really confirm it, or a real location.
Well, I mean, that's the only information.
Quote, the docks is a bit broad.
That's the
Yeah.
only information I have to go on because you had this other conversation where I wasn't around. I know
I'm gonna tell
nothing.
George to meet us at the cemetery.
Alright, you call up George and goes, "Geez, going for the dark and brooding kind of thing these days?"
I mean, you have seen me. I am pretty goth.
Yeah, that's true. Guess it's fitting. Alright, so he has agreed to meet you there.
2 birds, 1 stone.
I mean, why are we going to the cemetery now?
Because it's less conspicuous than the docks.
Is it? I think the cemetery gets locked up at night, doesn't it? Are we gonna break and enter into the cemetery?
Like, you haven't done worse things.
What? What do you consider worse?
Burning down
Shooting
a
an
dead guy's
innocent.
house?
Shut up, Adam! Adam, who are you talking to? Burning down a dead guy's house, you mean... If the guy's dead, then it's not his house. That's how property law works.
Still, we're,
I
we're dead.
protected kindred secrets is what I did.
And I'm protecting another one.
Alright. I just don't like messing with dead people.
Alright. Two of you roll up on the cemetery. It is a nice sort of park area with its skyline dominated by crisscrossing highways and the subtle noise of cars passing by overhead. Shrouded in the shadow, it is surrounded by an iron picket fence with sharp prongs at the top to keep people out.
How tall?
About 10 feet.
Do you see how
There
tall
is
this
a,
thing is? Car is?
Let me continue first. There is an iron gate for entry for normal people, and there's a parking lot just in front of it. There's also a small house towards one corner, which you might assume would be where the gravekeeper lives. The lights are on in that building. The cemetery itself has a number of gravestones around the park, and in the center is a singular large building in the shape of a cross. It is the columbarium. It is a place where ashes and bodies are interred into, coffin hotel style. Specifically to make indoor viewing and interment a little bit more convenient. It's also better on space.
Cost effective.
Let's go back to residential. There we go.
All right. So, in the parking lot, are there any other cars?
There are two other vehicles. And there is a third one pulling up right now.
That would be our guy.
George rolls down his window and doesn't even turn off his engine yet. He just kind of looks over at you and pokes his head out the window. Sup?
Sarah, come up here. And wherever you do not roll down a window, for fuck's sake.
Well, I guess I can't. So yeah. Yeah. What's your plan?
Well,
Interestingly enough, he is driving a vehicle almost exactly like yours.
well, duh. Smart person's choice. Anyways, this vehicle has an external PA. Just talk through the fucking PA.
Yeah, criminal system choice.
All right.
You gotta just shout your activities to the world here?
No, you can whisper them. The PA isn't as loud as you want it to be. You turn it up and down.
Well, why don't I just kind of,
Get out and talk.
Look, I didn't spend all this money for it not to be used, goddammit!
I was
Time and
more so
place.
gonna tell him to get into my car, or into our car, I should say.
What? My car, our car.
Well, I'll say to him, get into my car, but I'll be like, we both know it's your car.
He goes ahead and turns off the car and takes a step out and leans against his own. He just kind of waves you over.
I'm gonna.
Rev
I'm
the
gonna look
engine
at Jack and
threateningly.
be like, I guess I'm gonna use the PA system and be like, the inside of mine's nicer. Come on in. I got hot cocoa.
He's gonna kind of smirk a little. My mommy told me not to get into the cars with strangers.
Aw, but you and I aren't strangers, buddy. You know me.
I'll tap a button that puts out the little stepping ramp that makes it easier to get in.
Just come over here and talk.
I guess you gotta get out of the car.
All right. What's the plan? I keep him distracted. You hog tie
Shoot
him.
Oh, I'm sorry, did we want to abduct him? I thought you were just gonna talk to him and get him to come back.
he's not gonna come back to meet with the guy that wants to kill him.
Okay, I'm gonna drive the car around to get closer to him. You know, kind of a 3-point turn to zoom up a little bit and then back into so that we're right next to each other, car to car, closer.
Okay. Yeah, you two are right adjacent now. And with 2 doors open, the area in between them should be invisible to the public.
Also makes it really hard to open the doors. Yeah, I'll go back to the, I'll crawl back through the back window, not the back window, the separator, to get into the back seat. I will turn the lights off in the back, because it is nighttime. And I will slowly, electric window down, but I'll, like, lean back so you can't see me. And when it's all the way down, I'm gonna launch forwards, grab him by the shoulders, and pull him in!
It is a very tall car, and you were trying to push yourself out the window to reach from parking space to parking space to reach him.
I did specifically say,
say
getting as close to the vehicles as possible. Also, I should have
he
very
isn't
long
leaning
reach.
in as close as possible.
No, he's
though.
leaning
And in
against
fact,
his
if he
car.
parked that close, he would probably try to get out of that space. I'm assuming that there's at least space enough for a door to open fully between both vehicles.
Oh, and I wasn't. I was assuming there was no space for a door to open. Which is why I did the whole window down thing.
In that case, he is complaining quite a lot and getting away from in between both vehicles. He is now in front of his.
Fuck it, Sarah. Just drive. I'll grab him as we move.
I mean, the guy looks like he doesn't run much. You know, can't you just... Fine. I climb into the front and I'm going to attempt to drive... Wait.
I mean, he's
No,
also a
no.
lot less likely to try and escape a moving vehicle, so if we're already in motion when I grab him, he's probably going to want to grab onto the thing that's not going to drop him at whatever mile per hour we're moving.
Alright, so I'm going to try and sort of barricade him in so he doesn't have much wiggle room. And
You're
then
gonna try driving behind his car and blocking his car in, or...
Well, at this point, the plan, I guess, now is that I'm going to open the door real fast and grab him and pull him in
yes.
while she maneuvers the vehicle.
Okay. Let's start with a drive check, then.
Mm-hmm.
Primarily to avoid squishing him in the first place, but also getting close enough to make this maneuver possible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make it a -3.